AOC says so many people in this country hate women. Oh, geez. Even the guy at the party who pulls out a guitar is like, way to ruin the fun. You don't really love America if you hate half the people in it. And also if you hate a lot of the things that everybody always loved about it. There's an oft-repeated moment in political debates where the moderator says to the two candidates, say something nice about...
Ever since the Democratic elite started anointing AOC as their big star for 2028, Bill Maher hasn't missed a beat pointing out the warning signs. It feels like deja vu for him. The same alerts he raised before the 2024 Harris disaster, when party leaders turned a blind eye to the red flags. We all remember how that unfolded. Now, Maher is back on the front lines, torch in hand, signaling to the left that they could be heading for another misstep. He's speaking bluntly, leaving nothing unsaid. Essentially, he's pleading with them, don't make the same mistakes twice. If you're ready for some unfiltered political truths, hit that subscribe button. Things are about to heat up.
To the fact that the people who are getting the big crowds right now are AOC and Bernie Sanders. They're going around the country. Thank you, there's that same guy. I call him the always wrong guy. Okay, but I feel like, big crowds, again, the shiny object that the Democrats chase all the... It's not about the big crowds that come out to you when you're talking in a festival or wherever they are. I think it's because I think Bernie showed up at Coachella. That must have been fun for the fans. It's who shows up on Election Day. And I just don't see that's the ticket. I mean, Cory Booker, I know you've worked with him. I like Cory a lot from my home state of New Jersey. Made a speech for 25 hours. Again, just whacking each other off. This is just not what's going to get the job.
The moment AOC's name surfaced as Harris's successor, things started to unravel. Rather than emerging as a strong contender, she's been tripping over her own sound bites. Each new interview seems to grab attention for all the wrong reasons. Her confusing policy claims and economic statements are making headlines, but not in a flattering way. If this is the Democratic Party's top hope for 2028, they might want to quietly start working on a backup plan. The more she speaks, the more Americans are left questioning whether this truly represents what the party has to offer. Overworked families struggle to make ends meet, capitalism faces challenges, and radical changes to society are thrown into the conversation. It's like watching a TED Talk scripted by activists scrolling Twitter all day.
Unemployment is low because everyone has 2 jobs. Unemployment is low because people are working 60, 70, 80 hours a week and can barely feed their kids.
Everybody's an idiot except for me.
Capitalism has not always existed in the world, and it will not always exist in the world. It is the system that, unlike all the others, has lifted more people out of poverty over the course of human history than any other system. Well, so I think that those things that you talk about, that you discuss, are part of the...
That's exactly why Bill Maher keeps sounding the alarm when it comes to AOC. Strip away the theatrics, the hashtags, and the endless moralizing. What remains? A lot of noise, but very little leadership. She seems to mistake volume for vision and passion for insight. Maher isn't guessing here. He's spotting the warning signs clearly. And AOC isn't the only potential pitfall for the Democratic Party in 2028. The real danger? Watching political missteps unfold in real time.
It's a serious problem for Democrats. Less than 1 in 4 Democrats under 30 say they're proud to be an American. 54% say they're embarrassed by it. Embarrassed? Like America's your mom picking you up at school? You're embarrassed to be an American? Well, guess what? The feeling's mutual because you have no perspective. Is America perfect? No, of course not. No country is.
Meanwhile, the party's support is slipping faster than ever. The base is worn out by an endless focus on woke politics that alienates everyday Americans. Biden's leadership didn't end on a high note. It faded amid confusion and fatigue. Harris only made things worse, stumbling through speeches and prioritizing rhetoric over real solutions. Now, AOC seems to be following the same ineffective playbook, only louder. And Democrats pinning their hopes on Gavin Newsom or Tim Walz are in for disappointment. Both are weighed down by contradictions, failed policies, and polished spin. Even longtime party loyalists are drifting toward independence or dropping out altogether. But it's not just the candidates. It's a mindset detached from common sense, safety, and economic reality.
You love America if you hate half the people in it. And also if you hate a lot of the things that everybody always loved about it. There's an oft-repeated moment in political debates where the moderator says to the two candidates, say something nice about...
Before diving into Maher's latest commentary, it's important to focus on his main argument. The progressive wing of the Democratic Party has developed an unusual disdain for America, and Maher doesn't hesitate to call it out. Their fixation on identity politics, moral superiority, and disregard for patriotism is striking. Anything even loosely connected to Trump is instantly labeled as evil, even when it benefits working families. A tax cut must be racist. Border security is automatically xenophobic. Household energy policies are framed as climate denial. Rational discussion has been replaced with rigid labels. Maher sums it up. This isn't progress. It's political self-destruction. The left isn't just targeting Trump anymore. In doing so, they risk alienating Americans who still care about the country as they clash with reality.
Talk about fighting for the soul of America. Nobody seems to like it very much. Too many liberals give the impression that to them, America is just a big, ugh. The red, white, and ew. A country that started out bad and will always be bad, founded on an unrelenting history of sucking and unable to change. But we have changed a lot. Democrat Cori Bush tweeted, "This land is stolen land and black people still aren't free." And this was on the 4th of July. Really? Not that I give a shit about the 4th of July. I've never been a rah-rah guy. But I am a perspective guy. And that's what too much of the left has lost.
Spend just a few minutes on social media, and it's hard to miss. Anti-American sentiment is everywhere. Scroll through X or TikTok, and you'll find countless harsh critiques of the country from people who've never lived anywhere else. These self-proclaimed revolutionaries disrespect the flag, twist history, and demean the nation that allows them to speak freely online. It's performative anguish at its finest. I've traveled extensively and seen places where opportunities are scarce, communication is limited, and freedom exists only as a word. Compared to much of the world, America is a land of possibility, despite its flaws. Yet some online commentators treat criticizing the very system that enables them to thrive as if it's rebellious. In reality, it's not bold, it's tone-deaf and ungrateful.
60% of black people under 30 are optimistic about their future in America. Way more than white people the same age. And as far as the land goes, yes, I guess we could change the name of Captain America to Captain Stolen Land. But honestly, to all the people who start every public event now with one of those land acknowledgements where they say, "I'm standing on land that was stolen from the proud indigenous people of the Chumash tribe," I say either give it back or shut up.
AOC represents the peak of performance politics. Every part of her brand seems crafted for attention. She presents herself as a champion of the working class, but the truth tells a different story. She didn't grow up in the Bronx projects. Her upbringing was suburban. Millions of Americans juggle multiple jobs without producing a highlight reel, no matter how inspiring their story. Her carefully polished Instagram presence and claims of authenticity go hand in hand. It's marketing, not grassroots. As more people learn about her background, it becomes clear that they've been sold a crafted persona rather than a genuine individual.
Because so many people in this country hate women. Oh, geez. Even the guy at the party who pulls out a guitar is like, way to ruin the fun.
Now, consider the rights of American women compared to those in other countries. The difference is striking. Here, women can run businesses, lead movements, vote, dress as they choose, and speak freely. They don't need anyone's permission to drive, travel, or make their own decisions. That's not oppression, it's empowerment. Yet AOC and her supporters claim America is a patriarchal nightmare simply because not every progressive demand is met. It's ridiculous. Questioning extreme gender ideology doesn't make someone sexist. It makes them rational. The truth is straightforward. American women enjoy more rights, opportunities, and safety than women in almost every other nation. But the woke elite would rather create outrage than acknowledge that reality.
Jamal Bowman says capitalism is slavery by another name. No, it's not. It's the thing that has given more people more prosperity and hope than any other system, flawed though it should.
But it doesn't stop there. Another target is capitalism, the very system that built the country they claim to despise. Socialism might sound appealing on paper: equality, justice, and prosperity for everyone. In reality, it kills incentives, stifles innovation, and can drive nations into economic ruin. Countries that once held promise, like Venezuela, Cuba, and the USSR, serve as cautionary examples. People don't risk their lives to leave capitalist nations for communist ones. They flee socialism to embrace opportunity. Despite its imperfections, capitalism works. It rewards effort and fuels progress. America shouldn't be experimenting with socialism. It should be strengthening a system that delivers results. Utopian ideals are unnecessary. We need tangible outcomes.
Something like the free market is kind of synonymous with America. And if you don't like it, I don't know how you can say you love this country. You know who loves this country? You know who's not constantly complaining about what happened 200 years ago and who's not obsessed with seeing America through colored glasses and shaking off the stench of what irredeemable privilege we are? Immigrants.
Immigrants understand this better than anyone. Every year, millions risk their lives just to reach the United States. They don't wait for handouts. They face oceans, deserts, and countless dangers for a chance at freedom. If America were truly the disaster that some on the left claim, no one would be fighting so hard to get here. They would be leaving. Having experienced life without liberty, immigrants recognize the value of America's promise more than many affluent activists ever could. Often, the harshest critics of the country are those who have enjoyed the easiest lives. The message is clear: ignore the noise. Despite its flaws, America remains the greatest land of freedom and opportunity in the world. If you agree, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Truth still deserves to be heard.